Holly McKhann, realtor, coming to you from San Clemente with my husband, Scott McKhann, who has been actively working, as you can tell, with sawdust all over him on the house next door to us. That may be a flip or we may move into it, but I want to start showing you guys the weekly progress of what's going on in this house. We purchased it 2 years ago, initially with the intent to flip it, and we may move into it. We'll see how things go. Scott is turning it from 2,700 feet to 5,000 square feet. He cut the back of the house off and is extending it out and really making it have so much more and better ocean views and a much more functional floor plan than it had back in, when was it built? What year?
Like 72.
Yeah, 1972. They did not do anything to take advantage of the ocean view back then. They had all these walls of tile and fireplace and showers where the ocean view is. So we're maximizing the ocean view. Just to give you a little background, catch you up to where we are, it took 15 months to get plans and permits done. And then we've been under active construction since January of 2023, this year. So Scott and the crew has been at it for almost 10 months now. Framing started mid-August, so we've now had about 8 weeks, 9 weeks of framing. Before that, it was foundation repair. Can you give them a quick summary of what happened with the foundation repair?
The San Clemente has kind of notoriously bad soil, and the original foundations did not extend down to bedrock. So the earth underneath the foundations was compressing, and the back of the house had settled about 4 or 5 inches. And so we put 13 caissons up to 20 feet deep around the back of the house and up the side. And we connected them all with grade beams, which is concrete beams. And then they jacked up the house the 4 or 5 inches and put more concrete underneath the framing. And so now it's sitting on a good foundation. And because of all the rains we had this winter and the size of the job, that took about 6 to 7 months.
Yeah, much longer than we'd hoped, but like we're going now. We're having good progress now. One other fun thing about it is just maybe a few weeks ago, Scott was talking to his engineer when they were on the site, and what happened?
Well, my actually it was my caisson contractor,
Uh,
Dave Peter, who I highly recommend. Um, who he goes, well, if it was me, I'd put a room down here because we had a crawl space underneath the house. And I looked at him and I go, you're brilliant. And then we ended up designing. So we're going to have a 500 square foot, 1 bedroom apartment underneath the house, which I'm sure we'll show you. We had to dig out a lot of soil, dirt to do that, do some additional framing, going to build a couple retaining walls. But basically, with a pretty minimal amount of work, we have this, going to have this beautiful 500 square foot apartment with its own kind of covered patio and deck and beautiful ocean view.
yeah, and right now at our house next door that we live in now, we have what's called an ADU, accessory dwelling unit. It's a studio apartment, and we rent it between $3,100 and $3,500 a month, furnished. And we have various people that come and stay, usually 4 to 6 months at a time, who are here for temporary jobs. So we thought, why not create the same thing in this house? And if we don't move into and rent it out, someone else could really enjoy having that extra apartment for someone in their family, or they could rent it out for extra income. And just quick side note on that, it's got to be 30 days minimum. You can't do short-term rentals except in a few specific small zones in San Clemente. So back to the house. Why don't you tell our viewers what has happened this past week and what floor are we on of the 4 stories of the home?
I kind of think of it as 3 stories plus a basement.
Okay,
So
whatever.
we're on the entry level, which is, the front door is going to be right over there. You'll come into the house, and then we'll just have a huge great room with dining room, family room, kitchen, all together.
That's the old front door that's over there. It's
Yeah, that's
still
the old
there.
front door. I'm needing to tear it out because the framers need to do some more framing in here, and um,
And that area right there is going to be,
yeah, that rectangle right there, that's the shaft for the elevator. We're going to have an elevator that goes down from first, second, and third floor, but
yeah,
not to the basement.
yeah, not to the apartment, but it'll be 3 stories of elevator. And the reason we decided to do an elevator is that we realized a lot of people that can't afford this home, which we expect to be valued at what?
Well, let's figure that out later.
Okay. Anyway, it's going to be a higher than the median price point, and a lot of people that have that are older and they're concerned about stairs. So we knew with the elevator that would take that objection away for people that like, well, I love the house, but I don't want stairs. they got an elevator. They can live in this home forever. So why don't you talk about what else happened this week?
I mean, mostly we've been working on construction for the apartment down below. We're prepping for a concrete pour. We have retaining wall footings and steel for the retaining wall. That's all prepped. We're prepping now for concrete floors. We've already done the plumbing for those, the underneath the slab plumbing, ground plumbing they call it, for the apartment underneath. And then the framers have been working on.
Let's
We can
walk
come
out
out
here.
here, but the framers have been working on um, the sheeting, the flooring for this great room. This is going to be a deck out here. The view is spectacular. It's a little cloudy today. You probably can't see it very well, but the view is spectacular. We're going to have a big, huge triple track pocket door that's going to slide into a pocket here. So all of this is going to be family room, kitchen, and dining room. That wall goes away over here, so it'll just all be open.
So
And that,
the stairs used to be
watch your
here,
step.
right? That's the old stairs, right?
Yeah, the stairs used to be here. These stairs went up here to the third floor, which is the master. And then there was also some stairs that started there and went down underneath. That's how you got down to the first floor.
And can you see the new stairs over there? Is that?
Oh, well, they'd be over here. The new stairs are going to go in this shaft.
Okay.
So they'll go down, have a landing, and then go back to go down to the first floor. Or from here, they'll come up, have a landing, and then go up to the master. The stairs before, like if you stand here and look, Milana, towards the ocean, the stairs, you can see there's a solid wall here, and the stairs are in the way. They block the ocean view. So we needed to get the stairs in a place where they're not blocking the ocean view and where they're away on the non-view portion of the house. So that was one of the huge design.
So are the framers now framing on this level? Are they up to this level yet?
Yeah, they're framing on this level. They're mostly doing, this plywood is called the sheeting. It sits over the frame of the house. You can see there, they still need to fill in. We're going to have there's a little balcony over here. This is on the non-view side of the house. The entire reason for this balcony is so that we can have an outdoor barbecue, because the deck over there, if you had a balcony, it's going to be blocking the view.
You mean a barbecue?
I mean a barbecue, sorry. I didn't want a barbecue over there blocking the view and just being in the way. So this was a logical spot for a barbecue.
Okay, well, that's a cool little update. We'll give you guys updates every week. So stay tuned for future ones and just look for the playlist, which I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but whatever playlist this is on, just watch. We'll give you weekly updates and you can see this house from beginning to end. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more great real estate videos.